On January 13th, 2019, Gillette posted a video asking, "Is this the best a man can get?" The ad showed men bullying, harassing women, and talking over female colleagues. Within 48 hours, it racked up 400,000 dislikes. Customers posted videos throwing Gillette razors in the trash. #boycott Gillette trended worldwide. 6 months later, Procter & Gamble announced an $8 billion write-down. The chief executive called the loss a price worth paying. This is how Gillette challenged its own customers on masculinity, and how that decision became one of the most expensive marketing lessons in modern business history. In 1901, King Camp Gillette invented the safety razor, cheap handles, and expensive disposable blades. By World War I, the US military issued every soldier a Gillette razor. For the next century, Gillette did not just dominate shaving, it defined masculinity in advertising. In 1989, they launched the slogan, "The best a man can get." By the early 2000s, Gillette controlled 70% of the global razor market. Procter & Gamble bought the company in 2005 for $57 billion. By 2018, Gillette faced a crisis. Market share had dropped from 70% to 54%. Revenue fell 26% over 3 years. Beards became fashionable. Men's shaving frequency dropped from 3.7 to 3.2 times per week. But the bigger threat came from startups. Dollar Shave Club's YouTube video went viral in 2011. The video asked why pay $25 for cartridges when $3 blades work fine. Harry's launched in 2013 with the same approach. These brands felt like they were built for a new generation. Gillette tried discounts, but sales kept falling. In 2018, taking a stand had become marketing strategy. Nike made Colin Kaepernick the face of their campaign. Dick's Sporting Goods dropped assault rifles. Nielsen showed 66% of consumers would pay more for products from socially responsible companies. The Me Too movement had sparked conversations about masculinity. As a men's brand that had defined masculinity in advertising for decades, Gillette was positioned to weigh in. So they decided to address toxic masculinity. Grey New York developed a campaign flipping the brand's 30-year tagline. Instead of the familiar line, "The best a man can get," the message became, "The best men can be." They hired Kim Gehrig, the filmmaker behind Sport England's This Girl Can. Gillette was asking a director known for speaking to women to deliver a message about masculinity to men. They committed $3 million to non-profits supporting boys and men. In January 2019, they were ready to make history. On January 13th, 2019, Gillette uploaded the film. The ad opened with men staring into mirrors as audio of news reports played, mentioning bullying, #MeToo, and toxic masculinity. Then came scenes of boys fighting while fathers muttered the phrase, "Boys will be boys," men catcalling women, and executives talking over female colleagues. Actor Terry Crews appeared and said, "Men need to hold other men accountable." Positive examples came only at the end. The film ran 1 minute and 48 seconds. Not a single razor appeared. The YouTube comment section exploded immediately. The problem wasn't the message, it was who was delivering it and how. The ad spent most of its runtime showing men behaving badly. For many viewers, the message felt less like inspiration and more like accusation. And it was coming from a razor company that had spent decades profiting from aggressive masculine imagery. To critics, it wasn't social responsibility. It was hypocrisy. Piers Morgan posted that he had used Gillette razors his entire adult life, but that this absurd virtue-signaling BS might drive him away. His response became a rallying cry, #boycott. Gillette trended globally. The ad received 400,000 dislikes and 200,000 likes. Would the outrage actually hurt sales, or was this just internet noise? Procter & Gamble's earnings reports revealed the damage. Grooming segment sales fell from $6.5 billion to $6.2 billion, a $352 million decline. Gillette's global market share dropped from 65% to 60%. 6 months after the ad launched, Procter & Gamble announced an $8 billion write-down on the Gillette brand. The ad was not mentioned officially, but the timing was impossible to ignore. In August 2019, Gary Coombe was asked about the backlash. He did not retreat. He called the losses a price worth paying. His reasoning was this: to make the majority fall more deeply in love with today's brands, you have to risk upsetting a small minority. But awareness did not convert to purchases. A survey showed 77% of viewers felt hopeful, but only 34% said it made them want to purchase Gillette products. The campaign targeted audiences that were 51% female, people who might applaud the message but were not buying men's razors. What went wrong? 3 mistakes. First, Gillette targeted the wrong audience, reaching people who would praise it, not purchase. Second, they confused product relevance with cultural relevance. Nike succeeded with Kaepernick because sneakers are public and visible and worn as statements. Razors are private and utilitarian. Third, they told existing customers they were the problem, then asked those men to buy razors. Coombe's stance proved costly. 6 years and $9.3 billion later, Gillette is still paying it. Maybe that is the lesson. You can lecture your customers, you can take a stand, you can generate millions of views and worldwide conversation, but at the end of the day, someone still has to buy the razor.